Hi you all and welcome to Draw Along with me. Today we will be designing this super cute mushroom in the Procreate app for iPad. So grab your iPad and Apple Pencil and let's get started. Click on the plus symbol, select screen size. Use a two-finger pinch and turn to make the canvas go up and down. You can snap really quickly to get back to the largest size. Click on the two squares button or the layers panel. Tap background color. Select the color you'd like to start with for your background. I'm going to use a kind of forest green color, but choose what you like. Keep in mind that this will be covered up for the most part later. Click on the brush tool. From the options on the left, select calligraphy. From the options on the right, select monoline. Make sure that your opacity is at 100, this bottom slider. That will be important for drag and drop coloring later. Change your brush size here. Keep in mind that you have an undo and a redo arrow over here, but you can also use a two-finger quick tap to undo and a three-finger quick tap to redo. Click on the color circle and select the color you'd like for the body of the mushroom. Use your undo arrow and redo arrow whenever you need to. Start with a kind of marshmallow-like shape for the body. It can be long or short, whatever you like. Make sure that your shapes are closed so that you can drag and drop to fill the color. Change your brush size whenever you want or need to. Turn the canvas if it helps you. Zoom in with a two-finger push out and zoom out in the opposite direction. Here are the legs. Use whatever brush size is comfortable to make them. So this leg is on the ground and the other one will be kind of walking forward. So we'll try to show some perspective for that. Making it look a little bit bigger than it would, and drag and drop to fill the color. Now this will definitely make way more sense when we start to do the lines later, the outlines. Press and hold the eraser tool to get the same brush, which is monoline, and use that whenever you need to, at 100% for opacity, of course. All right, this foot is smaller, this foot is bigger, and I'll try to show that that's the bottom of the foot later on. Right now I feel like it's a little small, so I can use the arrow on uniform so it doesn't get stretched to make it a little bit bigger. Click on the Layers panel, the two squares button, plus symbol to add a new layer. From the color circle, select the mushroom hat or top color that you want for your picture. Make sure you're still on layer 2 and make the shape you want for the mushroom top. It could be tall, it could be wide, whatever you like. I think I'll start with a kind of curve crossing the bottom. That looks okay, so I'll go ahead and make the top one, the top curve. You can use quick shape by making the shape and then leaving the pencil down, but you can also just draw by hand. If you use quick shape, a word pops up here, and if you tap on it, you'll get these little blue dots that you can kind of edit and play with. Drag and drop to fill the color. Use the arrow. On uniform, if you'd like to make it bigger or smaller and keep the same shape. Use freeform if you'd like to stretch it to the left to the right, or up and down, or any which way in between. Then place it where you think you'd like it to be on your mushroom. Click on the layers panel and go between the layers to change them as you need to. So here I'm clicking on the body. I think I might turn it with the little green bar. Click on the layers panel. Click on the top, the mushroom hat layer, layer 2, plus symbol to add a new layer. Tap on this layer and you'll see the options to the left. Select clipping mask. You'll see a little arrow pointing down at the shape. That shows that it's clipped to that shape. Click on the color circle and select a color you'd like for your pattern. I'll just be using white, but pick anything that you like. Keep in mind that this is a clipping mask, so you will still have to create closed shapes. So you can make hearts or stars or any kind of shape you'd like for the pattern. But what I mean by closed shapes is this looks like it's closed because it's along the edge, but if I drop the color here, it will not stay in that shape. So just undo and then make sure to close the shape. All right, have fun designing your mushrooms hat. Once you have the design for the mushroom top, go ahead and swipe right on the other layer that's also the mushroom top if you need to move or adjust them together. Otherwise, click on layer 1 plus symbol to add a layer, and then choose whatever color you'd like for your outlines for most of the character. Here on this new empty layer, go ahead and design the face for your character however you'd like it to be. Make sure to change the brush size to what you prefer. You can use the arrow on uniform to make it bigger or smaller and place it where you'd like it to be. Click on the Layers panel, tap the top layer, plus symbol to add a new layer. And here's where you can create the outline for your character. Make sure the brush size is smaller as you need it to be. Click on the Layers panel. This one is highlighted blue. Swipe right on all the other mushroom layers to highlight them blue as well. Tap Group. Here's this little V shape next to the check mark at the top of New Group. The check mark hides and shows everything. The little V shape will close it like this. Now you can use the arrow at any time throughout the rest of the tutorial to, without touching any of the blue dots, push and pull to move it around to where you'd like to place it. You can also make it bigger or smaller and do those kinds of small adjustments as well. Click on the Layers panel, plus symbol to add a new layer. Press on this layer so it jumps in the air and drag it underneath the new group. Click on the color circle. Select a color for your path. Change the brush size as needed always. Draw a line from one side to the other 2 times. Drag and drop to fill the color. You can change the color at this time if you do not like it. You can use the arrow on freeform to kind of adjust it to where you'd like the path to be under your mushroom. Now use snapping if you have to move it up or down. You'll see the orange lines along the sides of the canvas. This should mean that it is touching both sides. Click on the Layers panel, plus symbol to add a new layer. Click on the color circle and find the color that you'd like for your water, for like a stream or something like that. And again, draw a line from one side to the other without lifting the pencil twice. Then drag and drop to fill the color. Use the arrow again on freeform to make small adjustments. Draw in any extra details that you'd like for the little stream. Click on the Layers panel, tap here, plus symbol to add a new layer. Click on the color circle and select the color you'd like for your tree, just the base color. We will add texture to everything later on. Draw whatever shape you'd like for your tree. Make sure that the lines are touching the top and bottom so you can drop your color in. Add a couple of branches if you want. Click on the Layers panel, plus symbol to add a new layer. Click on the color circle. Choose a color for the leaf that will be in the front. Draw your leaf shape. Just make sure once again that it is all closed shapes. Drag and drop to fill the color. Move your pieces around whenever you want or need to, and swipe right to select multiple. Plus symbol to add a layer anywhere. Press on this, drag it to the bottom. There we go, right above background color. If it lets you, try again. Sometimes it takes a couple of tries. Here in the back, you can add whatever you'd like to, so I will show you what I'm going to add. Click on the brush tool on the left, scroll down to the bottom, click on the leaf for organic. Here I am using swordgrass. Change the size, keep the opacity at 100 unless you want to change that too. And pick out whatever color you'd like for the background to be. I'm going to make mine fairly dark actually, kind of shady looking back there. And I'll make it bigger as well. I'm trying to show a lot of scale with my mushroom. I'm going to add some smaller ones nearer to the stream here. I almost like them kind of being a little bit like way brighter in the front. Click on the layers panel, tap on the water layer plus symbol to add a layer above both of these, and then add in what you'd like for this part as well. For this one, since it's going to be in front of the mushroom, I think I'll add a layer at the top or at least above the mushroom, below the tree. Add as many layers as you want to. Click on the layers panel, go to the path layer, plus symbol to add a layer above it, tap on this layer and select clipping mask from the options to the left. Choose any texture brush that you'd like. I think I'm going to use from charcoals on the left, burnt tree on the right. Make the brush size bigger if you need to, and keep the opacity at 100 unless you want to change that. Click on the layers panel here on the capital N. You can lower the opacity to make it a little lighter. You can also play with the blending modes. I won't be doing that for this one. With this brush still selected, you can, if you want to, apply it to the bark and the leaf. That's what I will be doing, but you can do something else if you prefer. So again, add a layer above any layer you'd like to add texture to. Tap on this new layer and click on Clipping Mask. Click on this layer if you'd like to, plus symbol, tap on this layer, Clipping Mask, again if you want to, you don't have to. Place your finger on any color to pick it up with the eyedropper tool and it will go to the color circle. Add new layers and new clipping masks wherever you'd like to. So here I'm going to use calligraphy monoline to add in some lines to this leaf, kind of like stylized, just to make it kind of have a bit more interest to it. And for this one, I will click on the capital N on this layer, and I will use another blending mode like linear burn or multiply, and lower the opacity with the blue slider. Now I think I will go to the water layer, add a clipping mask layer, so new layer, tap on it, clipping mask, and use elements, oceans to give it a water-like look. You definitely don't have to do this. It's just for fun if you'd like to play with the different texture brushes. Just kind of pressing lightly. I don't really want it to go this way, but I think I can use push to get that to go the way I want it to. So with the magic wand, at any time you can use liquefy and push, changing the size, of course, if you would like to use this to whatever you're working with. So I'm just changing it to kind of push this more this way. Of course, everything is kind of blocked in, like with the monoline brush, it's all kind of liney, but it's just stylized. So change it as you want to. Click on the layers panel, click on new group, click on the body, plus symbol to add a layer above the body, but then carry the body one up. So now this little shadow layer is going to be under him. I will use from the capital N here, linear burn. You don't have to do this if you don't want to. If you use it, definitely bring the opacity down to something like 30 or 40%. Make sure your brush is something you want to use for this part, maybe calligraphy monoline. I will use airbrushing soft brush. So on the left, airbrushing, on the right, soft brush. Change these as you need to. I will lower the opacity a little bit just to test it out. And the brush size gets really big really fast, so actually I'm going to keep it pretty low. Click on the layers panel, add a clipping mask above any layer you want to add shadow to. So here I've clicked on the body, plus symbol, tap on it, clipping mask. Click on the capital N if you want to use linear burn or multiply. These are great for shadows, just make sure to turn down the opacity to something like 30 or 40%. With airbrushing soft brush, if you press hard, it will be darker, and if you press lightly, it will be lighter. So I'm really just pressing kind of lightly here. And again, I will click here, actually here, so it will be on top of the pattern too. So this is my layer 3 with the pattern, plus symbol, tap on the new layer, clipping mask, tap on the capital N, linear burn or multiply, and lower that opacity. I think I'll use a much bigger brush size for the mushroom hat. And because I want it to be kind of sunny over here, I'm going to make it pretty subtle actually. I think I'll move him a little bit, tilt him a little bit. Adjust it whenever you want or need to. All right, so I will add a little bit of highlight. Open up this new group, click on the pattern plus symbol, tap on the capital N and change it to screen or add, again lowering the opacity to something like 30. And for this one, kind of white or yellow should look nice. So that looks pretty, so I'll use that. Okay, a little bit there. Now again, go to wherever you'd like to add a highlight. Click on it first, add a layer, make sure there's a clipping mask on it. Click on the capital N, add, lower the opacity to whatever you want for this part. And then add it in how you'd like it to be. I'm going to make it a lot smaller than that. Check and uncheck these little boxes whenever you want to see how something looks with and without it. I think I'll add maybe some highlights to the tree or the leaf, but then I think I'm nearly ready to be done. So here I'm clicking on the texture this time so it will be on top of that one. Adding a layer, so here I have to tap and say clipping mask. And capital N, add or screen, lower the opacity. Layers panel. I'm tapping on the lines for the leaf, adding a layer, tapping on it, clipping mask, tapping on the capital letter N, changing it to add, lowering the opacity so it won't be glaring. And I'll put a little bit here, not too much. Do want it to look like kind of a sunny day. Thank you so much for joining me today to create this super cute illustration in the Procreate app. I hope you had fun with this one. See you next time!